Hello folks and welcome back. It is day 12 and today the first thing we are going to do is register this website with the Google Search Console. So we are gonna just Google Search Console, and we can go to Google Search Console tools, start now, and we are gonna land on our Search Console overview screen where we see all the properties we have here. Right now we see Zana Skriftel, which is one of my clients, and you can go here and you see all the other domains that you currently have, and you go here to add property. And I already tried adding MyxoTech.com, but let's see again. I might just have to select it. Okay, that's fine. So what it's trying to do here is it says it wants me to verify domain ownership. So Google needs to know that I own this domain. So in order to do that, I can do a bunch of different things. I can do a CNAME thing. There used to be other verification methods, but yeah, the best and current verification method is that you get a text record for your DNS that you put in the DNS of the domain, which obviously you can only do if you actually own the domain. So I'm going to go to the hosting here, and it says MyxoTech.com DNS zone. I'm about to edit that, and I'm just going to say the host for this is just going to be an @ so nothing's, it's basically a catch-all wildcard type of thing. We want to enter a text record, and we put this here. And this is just what I copied from Google, and I click on Save DNS Records. It's warning me that, I could fuck this up. So I go OK, and wait, what am I? Yes, I do. What it did it work? Let me double check. Yeah, there it is, right? So I added that. And usually this works really fast, at least with Netcup. So I might be able to just verify it now. If not, yeah, okay. So we'll need to wait a little bit. Let me see. I'm going to pause it right here for a moment. Okay, so refreshed everything on the Netcup side. The DNS text record is definitely correct in here. Let me see. Again, it's not unusual that this is going to be read. Okay, so while we wait for this, we'll try again in 10 minutes or something. We'll go to the website, and we can start with rank math. We'll just go through rank math bit by bit. First of all, I go to the dashboard, and normally I think in my blueprint I have already disabled that content AI thing because I'm using the free version, and if you use the pro version, you've got more content AI features that you're able to leverage. And I'm going to say, so far I haven't seen the benefit. I'm sure there is a benefit, but I haven't yet used it, and it tends to get in my way. Like it's just fucking everywhere. If you try to, use rank math, there's always this use content AI thing in the middle of what you're trying to do. For a form monitor is nifty. It's good to have. ACF is integration with advanced custom fields. I don't have that installed. I do want to have the analytics module. I don't have bbPress, BuddyPress, and other stuff. Image SEO, yes. Start instant indexing is an interesting feature that you might want to look up. It uses some features that search engines provide to really speed up the indexing process, but it's mostly for Bing and Yandex. I haven't yet looked into it any closer. Link counter counts the total number of internal and external links. That's quite interesting because we talked about internal and external linking yesterday. And this counter actually tells you how many internal and external links you have on any given page. Local SEO, we don't need that. If I was, if my client was a bricks and mortar store, like a hairdresser, then it makes sense to have this local SEO module activated and then just provide in the local SEO settings that RankMath then has stuff like opening hours, contact data, and just some details about the business that it feeds to Google. Redirections, you can do those in your htaccess file. Schema, yes, it's nice to have. Role manager, yeah, it basically allows you to decide which user roles get to do what with rank math. SEO Analyzer is good and runs an audit for you just right on the website. It's pretty cool. We're going to do that today. And then a sitemap feature, yeah, we need that because we want to submit the sitemap to Google Search Console. Let's just quickly press verify here, see what happens. Video sitemap is, yeah, it's a pro thing. Google Web Stories, WooCommerce, we don't want that enabled either. And schema structured data is basically a way to tell Google what kind of what kind of content something is. Like, let's say you have a shop, and you're selling shoes, and then every shoe, you have a CPT shoe, right? And every shoe is a page, sort of like a document on your website, right? And then if you tell Google through schema that this is a product, then Google will know that, right? And it's gonna, you're gonna be able to perhaps get these 5-star reviews that you sometimes get in Google search results. And there's a whole bunch of other Google features that you can leverage if you're using schema correctly. And I will admit that it's still red. Yeah. But I'm trying MyxoTech.com, right? I mean, yeah. Yeah. And it's properly set up. So let's wait. Anyhow, that's schema. I'm not yet an expert at using schema, so this high-level explanation is at the moment the best I can give you. So ideally now, well, first of all, I'm going to connect my free Rank Math account, use email and password, yada yada. Good. Come here. Log in. Activate now. So now I'm connected to Rank Math, and I get more features that I can use. Always a nice thing. You pay in data, I guess. I need to use my Matty Eastwood account here. Continue. Sure, whatever. I'm sure privacy nerds are screaming at me right now. But I'm just like, yeah, sure, do what you want to do. Right, now we go to, see, now we have analytics set up here. It's very interesting. So unfortunately, since we're not connected with Google Search Console yet, I'm impatient. I mean, I've seen this happen really fast, so would be nice to show you more here. But we're not going to go through. Actually, I'm going to suggest to you that there's a Rank Math video that explains every single Rank Math setting, and it's very well worth watching. Let me see if I can find it immediately. Rank Math tutorial. Yeah, of course I can't. Yeah, this one. Complete Rank Math tutorial 2024 SEO tutorial step by step. This is, if you really want to be an expert at using Rank Math, watch this video, and they also have a guide. Links in the description. This one. Yeah, obviously you can see this is huge, right? But it explains every last setting to you. Today, what we're going to do together is we're just gonna go through the settings that matter to us, and that, oh, there we go, nice. That, that I've been using in the past. And you're going to see that I'm not harnessing even part of the power of what Rank Math has to offer. But, that's where marketing and SEO experts come in. And I, as a web designer, leave the room and hand them the keys. Titles and meta. Wait, are we still general settings? We still need to be there. So links, I don't do anything there. Usually breadcrumbs, I don't do anything. Images I leave on default. Robots.txt. That's something I want to do. So I'm gonna open a robots.txt sample file that I have. And I'm just gonna get the whole thing. Leave the field empty, the site search and set to hidden. Yeah, can I still edit it, please? I guess not. I mean, okay, fine. I'm just gonna unhide it for a moment. This thing, you go to settings, reading, right? If you're building a website, I'm sure everybody watching this already knows this, but it bears repeating. You go to settings, reading in WordPress, and you say discourage search engines from indexing this site, because if you don't set this, you are opening a staging site that you're in the process of building up for indexing by Google. So eventually this will show up in Google search results. And I'm sure, including me, everybody here watching this video has had this happen to them. Or if you haven't, good for you. But you know, it probably will. So I've had sites indexed that I didn't want to index. But then on the other side, I also had sites not indexed because I forgot to remove this when I was ready to actually go live. So I'm using admin and site enhancements at the moment, this plugin, which has a feature that tells me when I set this to hidden, it gives me this up here, right? It gives me this warning. So admin and site enhancements it's just one of the tons of features that it brings to WordPress. It's a quality of life plugin that just enables you to do a ton in WordPress that you would normally use 15 different plugins for. And it's free, so it's very highly recommended. Okay, tangents. Let's go to general settings, edit robots.txt. Okay, fine, now I can edit it. What is this long robots.txt? So I found this online somewhere. It's basically just this really huge list of bots that are not supposed to come here. And it's still fairly recent. I think it's a couple of years old, but it's really nice to just exclude bots through robots.txt that we already know are sort of scammy and sketchy, right? So at the top of the robots.txt, we get this. I just copied this from what Rank Math gives you by default. Automatic add by Rank Math SEO, yada yada. All these are obviously commented out, right? These are, you know, those pound signs are comment signs. And we say user agent, everybody is disallowed in WP admin. We don't want anybody snooping around in there, indexing it in the search engines or crawling it, but we want to allow this, and you know, all the other stuff is also allowed. And then our sitemap is MyxoTech.com, sitemap index.html. This is always the same, and you just need to replace the domain, because Rank Math, it just sets its sitemaps up this way. And while we're here, we can now go here to overview, and we go to sitemaps, and we submit this for indexing. Good. Although we are going to hide it, or we did just hide it again, did we? No. Right now it's unhidden. Save changes. Just we're preparing this so Google is gonna, you know, not be able to index this website for a while, for at least, yeah, today's Friday, for another 1 or 2 days, because on Sunday I'm gonna change that. We go back here to reading, we hide it again. It's just we're doing the work already. And then, you know, on Sunday, we'll just go back to the Google Search Console and submit it again. And I'm going to show you another trick that I think has become necessary in the past couple of years to really make sure that the site also gets indexed by Google in the next couple of weeks and not in 6 months. All right. SEO settings. Others, I don't touch that usually. Blogs, I don't touch that. This is our htaccess file. And you can see, remember yesterday we did the whole all-in-one WP security stuff. Now everything is in here, and here's the HTTP security header. So all of that stuff that I did and that we did with the settings in all-in-one security, you can see that it resulted in all these htaccess entries. For monitor, yeah, I haven't really taken a lot of advantage of that yet, but basically it shows you if there are broken links on your website. And you know, gives you a heads up. So here you want to pick MyxoTech.com as the Search Console domain, and you're going to have an index status tab. It's also just another connection that offers you a bit of information that you can get right in the dashboard through Rank Math. Titles and meta is fine. I kind of wanted to have this as a separator character, right? You can see how the separator characters change here. You can have anything, really. Like you can put a Unicode heart symbol in here, which is really nice. Except then Google is actually going to strip out, if you're using more extravagant characters, there's a good chance that Google is going to strip them out. So I've had some websites where I put for instance, a heart in as an example, and it ended up not showing in the search results once the website was indexed. So you might want to go with something just regular, like this pipe. We want to have our OpenGraph thumbnail. I don't have an OpenGraph thumbnail. I always forget the damn thing until the end. What's an OpenGraph thumbnail? Let me show you an example. So I go to Web Assets and I go to Images. There should be an example here. No. Where did I put that? SEO examples. Right. So let's say I share a website on Facebook, right? And it's a website that is not properly set up. Then I might get a preview like this, right? So you want to share it, and then you know how when you share it on Facebook or WhatsApp or LinkedIn or Xing or any other platform, really, it pulls a preview of the website you're trying to share. And you want to set up that there's a proper preview image for the website you want to share, and there's, you know, a title and a description that makes sense. So for instance, you know, here's another bad one where just Facebook just picks anything that it finds on the website, and it just happens to find a WhatsApp icon first and shows that as your preview image, which makes no sense, right? And then if you do it right, you get something like this, right? Proper sharing on Facebook. And again, any other platform, really, they all use the same protocol. It's called OpenGraph. And that's, you know, what we need to do now. We need to prepare an OpenGraph image. So I have an XCF for that. Blah, 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 somewhere. Is it in images? Yeah. There we go. I'm going to pause. So I placed this XCF, which is a GIMP project file, in my MyxoTech folder and open it, and it's already prepared with, you know, some of the basic stuff I need to make this OpenGraph image. So I'm going to come up with something really simple. I'm going to pause. All right, so I started assembling this. I, you know, grabbed this base color from the website and put it in here. And then I, you know, made this shade here, this layer turned into that color. And now I'm going to give it like 90% opacity. So we have this nice effect from the website where this background image shines through. And I'm going to press M and perhaps move this a little. Yeah, it sounds about right. So let's see. Yeah, this is properly aligned. And now I can get the logo. Go to resources, graphics and images. Going to bring it in at 1000 pixels. And I can still scale it. Actually, it's fine. It's properly scaled already. Can scale it down a little. So what do these guides mean? You can see that here I have two guides that just show me what the center of the image is, and then I have these two guides. They show me the boundaries of where I should put stuff before it's cut off, because we can see here, even on Facebook, I mean, these screenshots that I just showed you, that they tend to be a little older sometimes, but at least there was a point in time, and there might still be, I'm not really sure how Facebook does it at the moment, but where they show the featured image, like our OpenGraph image, in a square, you know, here. Or if you share a website on WhatsApp, then the same thing, it's going to be cropped to a square, right? And then other platforms might crop it, you know, to a rectangle, but not as wide as the full rectangle that we're just building at the moment. And you want to make sure that like if you have text that goes from here to here, then your text is going to get cut off, right? So you don't want that. And we're going to have MyxoTech here. I think we're going to need to install the font that I'm using. Was it? Which font is it again? So it's called Korea Prime. I don't think I have it on my computer. Let me see. Oh yeah, it doesn't really work. This is an old GIMP bug where this fonts feature in GIMP just doesn't work. Like you can't, like whatever you put in the filter, like if I put Aleph here, capital A, it just doesn't work. It's just broken, and it has been broken for so long. I don't know, like I'm gonna admit I never reported it as a bug, but yeah, they never fix it either. So I'm gonna press T, go here, and then see if it's available. Courier Prime. No, 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 no. So that's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to go to Google fonts.google.com. We're gonna go look for Courier Prime. Get the font, download all. Gonna go here. Gonna open the font manager. Now this is Linux Mint. Depending on your operating system, obviously there's going to be different ways of installing a font on your operating system. But here in Linux Mint, all I need to do is grab this zip file that I downloaded, and I just drag it into the font manager. Let me double check. Why am I only getting shown 2 fonts? Yeah, here are all the fonts that I have installed on my computer. And I just drag the zip in here, and I wait a moment, and then it's installed. And then in GIMP, all I really need to do, still spinning, there we go. In GIMP, all I need to do is here go to fonts and then refresh. And now Courier Prime is available to us. So again, we press T, go here. La 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 la. Courier Prime there. Okay, what do we want to type? Center. This we're going to make bold, and the color is going to be this one. So I just bring up my color picker. Actually, I'm going to just grab it from the source. Okay, fuck it. This is the color I want. I press O, I go here. There it is. So I go here, add this to the palette. I already had it in the palette. And I'm going to press T, double click. I did press T. What's going on here? T, thank you. Double click, select the color. And then we do another, go MyxoTech.com. And that we're going to make green because that's the action color. So take a screenshot, put it in GIMP. So the reason I was kind of, this HSL value that I copied from the source is something that I can't just paste into GIMP. I would have had to, you know, put the HSL in here manually. And then I was like, I'm just going to grab it like with a color picker, right? That's what I've been doing. Now MyxoTech.com gets this color. I have it here too. Yes. Fine, fine, fine. T, come on. There we go. And that's, I think, is a nice preview picture, preview image. Perhaps bring all this stuff a little closer together. There's the MyxoTech logo. I'm going to group these. And I'm going to move this up a little. Move this up a little as well. Logo, I feel the logo's too big still. It's overpowering the rest of the content. Something like this might be nicer. Scale, and then I might as well just make this a little bigger. Let's go to 70, and here as well. Now here's the thing, like having used Figma, I can see how GIMP is still is really clunky in some ways. Like, it's amazing that this is a project that's run just by a handful of people and it's been around for 20 something years. I think mid 90s, 96 or something they started, and it's still there, it's still going strong, it's still being updated and everything, but other tools have far surpassed GIMP in, you know, user friendliness and intuitive user interface. Which, like, for instance, I don't think in GIMP, like if I couldn't just put a gap between these. I kind of have to eyeball it, you know, or do some calculations and stuff to really make these align perfectly, which is kind of annoying, but still. I press M and now I still like GIMP and it does what it's supposed to do. And, you know, just for slapping together an OpenGraph image, it's perfectly fine. MyxoTech OpenGraph.jpg. There we go. Here's our OpenGraph image. Yeah, something like 69, 70, 68. It's good quality to get a small file that still looks fine. We don't need this. We don't need this anymore. So we can go here, get an OpenGraph image. It belongs to company assets or designer. No, it's a company asset. See, 100 kilobytes, nice and small. And here you can already see, you know, if this is cropped to square, we can still see everything that we want to see and everything's hunky-dory. Use this file. On Twitter, we can have a summary card with a large image and the rest here is okay. Save changes. Titles and meta. Local SEO, it's a person, no, it's an organization, and it's certainly not called Brick Starter. So let's get the title from the website here. Logo, we use this. Actually, we use the whole thing, not as an SVG. PNG, no, that's huge. 797 by 391 is fine. Yeah. Why does it have... Oh, come on, really? 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 Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to crop this to the contents. So we go to 4 times, open in GIMP, press I-O, Alt-I, and then O, crop to oops. There, Control-Shift-E for export. Logo 2521 is a bit big. Let's make it 1,000. That's just fine for what we want to use it here for. So we go to images, MyxoTech logo, cropped.png, run that through curtail. Also, while I'm here, I'm going to take these with me at least, because I want to have them because I have them in my resources directory, which is where I keep just stuff that, you know, I get provided from the client or that I prepare. But once it actually belongs on the website, I tend to put it in, you know, images, which is where the images should reside that are finished. And we have the logo cropped. We're going to put that on the website. Where's the website? Here. Yep. Use this file. Wonderful. And I think we're good for local SEO. We can do social meta, we don't care. Homepage authors, I skip all that stuff. I make sure that the authors don't get indexed. Miscellaneous pages, no index search results, yes please. Posts, there's no blog. So I don't think, I mean, there are no blog posts on this website, to my knowledge. Yeah, there's nothing. So it doesn't really matter here. Post robots meta, we leave it as it is. Everything's fine. Pages, this is of course important. How do we put together a single page title to be displayed in search results or anywhere else where it's being read from the website? We want to have the title of the page, then we want to have our separator that we set up earlier, which is the pipe, and then we want to have the site name. That is perfectly fine, right? Actually, we can put a separator here, and then I put site description, right? Now it's going to get cut off by Google, but in my mind, it's fine as long as you have the important information, the title of the page here. And then if it's a shorter title, you're going to see more of the rest of the information about the website. And if it's a longer title, then you don't. Single page description, for the description, if you don't specifically set a description, which is what we are going to do, it's just going to pull in the excerpt, which is something you can set up in WordPress. Schema type is article, nope. Any page on this website is a service. It's not a restaurant, it's not a video, it's not a person, it's a service, right? There should be products as well. Yeah, products, and this is a service that they're offering. Or is it a product? I mean, I guess it's a product. It is a product that they're offering. Headline. Yeah, sure. Description's fine. Page robots meta, we want to have them all indexed, so that's what's happening. And link suggestions, yeah, all that stuff I don't usually touch. So I'm going to save changes. And attachments, somewhere else. My templates, got to make sure that they don't get indexed. These are just templates for Bricks Builder. We don't need them to show up in the search results on Google. Same for team members. We don't want the team members indexed. We just made that CPT so we can query it on the front page. If ever team members really get their own pages, like everybody gets a page that then should show up in Google, then we're going to change this, but not for now. Save changes. We don't want categories to be indexed in Google. I'm just clicking all of these to tell search engines to just keep their fingers off that stuff. Tags, no index. Yeah, I mean, sure, none of that, please. Hands off. Template tags in bricks. Already no index and no index, so it's all good. We go to sitemap settings. Sometimes if a sitemap is not properly indexed, or if there's I don't remember what the specific problem was, but you could shake it loose by just setting this to 201, just saving, and then just setting it back to 200 and saving again. And then, it sort of unwedges something that was stuck. But I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was some sort of indexing problem that I could work out through this way. I got that from Rank Math support. Images and sitemaps, sure. Yeah, doesn't matter. HTML sitemap, posts, pages. Yeah, I want posts in the sitemaps. There are none, but it's fine to have them in the sitemap. Don't want to have attachments in there. No templates, no team members for now, because there are no real team member pages, and that's it. Or posts. 404 monitor. This is where you can see if there are things that lead to 404. Like for instance, I mistyped the login link the other day. Well, actually this morning, and it tells me that. So I go to SEO Analyzer and I start this analyzer. Yeah, and I get this score. So it gives me a bunch of pass tests, gives me a bunch of warning and some fail tests. Let's see what's passed. H2 headings, our heading hierarchy is fine. Links ratio, we've got enough links in there. It wouldn't hurt to have some more external links. I might talk to Peter about that for the future. SEO title is fine, right? The site tagline, permalink structure is all good. Now, it's more interesting to look at the warnings. Automatic updates are disabled. I don't care. There's gonna be a care plan for this website, and I'm gonna take care of updates. I'm not gonna automatically update all the plugins so that without, behind my back, the site goes tits up. That's not something I'm about to do. SEO description, we don't have a meta description. We're gonna have to do that together. I think I already wrote that, and it's in the copywriting document. So let me check. Yeah, it's there. So we're gonna do that. H1 heading, too many H1 tags. Unlocking this is MyxoTech frequently asked questions. Oh, well, see? Good thing we looked at that. I don't know how that happened. Let's fix that immediately. Let's not even waste any time on this. Edit with bricks. Okay, what were the headings? This one, of course, is fine. This is supposed to be an H1. Then we have, this is MyxoTech. Oh, I know why that's an H1. See? Oh my God. It is an H1 because we copied the claim a couple times, and we copied the claim here as well, right? So thank God we noticed that. Image alt attributes. At the latest, when we do the tool-assisted analysis later, then there's another SEO tool that I run that would have told me the same thing. Image alt attributes, yeah, that's something we should look into. Keywords and title and description, no page description found on the page, blog, public, yeah. Okay, good. Now we go to the front page. So pages here, and we have, yeah, all that cookie stuff we still need to do. I'm going to do that on the weekend. We don't have content pages on this website. We only have Eckpfeiler, which means pillar pages, or cornerstone content, which is our front page. Since my blueprint is in German, front page. So I'm just going to update this. It doesn't matter what we call this because this is just going to show up internally. On search engines, this is what's going to show up. You click up here on the rank math button and you click on edit snippet, and you can see that automatically it pulled together, just using this variable, the site description and the site name, which we set up in the general settings here, right? And then we went to rank math, and I specifically told it that for the front page, I want to have that the way we were just looking at it. So if you go, no, I didn't tell it that in rank math. How I do this. I tell it to just for all pages, I want to have title, then the separator, and site name, and site description, right? We just did that together. And then just for the front page, I type this by hand, right? Because the front page is something different. And for the front page, which is the most important page on the website and that you really want to get indexed, you also want to make sure that the title doesn't exceed 60 characters, because there's no reason to have this cut off at the end. This is the front page. The title should state what the website is about, what's being offered here. And it should state that in a way that isn't cut off by Google because it's longer than 60 something characters, right? So it tells you here that you can see here that it's fine, right? And then we put our excerpt in here. Well, by default, it would pull in the excerpt, which you can set up elsewhere in WordPress for any page you decide you write. If I make another website in the future with a blog, I'm going to explain this. But we want to write our description here as in optimized for Google. So this is the description that I prepared. Edit page. MyxoTech offers access to a novel pool of dark matter natural product chemistry to drug discovery companies interested in probing new chemical space. 149 characters. It tells me it's already read, it's already too long, but we can see that it's most likely not going to get cut off by Google. Rule of thumb is that if it's between 145 and 155 characters, you're fine. The thing is, you shouldn't really, you should count characters, but there's there could be more or less characters because Google doesn't count the characters. Google counts pixels. And an M is more pixels horizontally than an I. So if you've got a text with a lot of M's in it, You can write less characters until it gets cut off. So that's it. We have the snippet properly edited. We want to have a focus keyword. Focus keyword is just telling rank math, hey, this is the keyword that I want to rank this particular page for. And you know, it's MyxoTech. And then, for instance, you could also say it's chemistry. MyxoTech, chemistry, STRY, Jesus. There, right? And now what it does, it parses the content of the page that you created, and it tells you, hey, good job. This you've used this keyword in the right spots and often enough, but not too often. So you have a really nice chance of ranking for the term MyxoTech. Which, if we were doing search engine optimization, we might want to rank for something else, right? We might want to do our keyword research beforehand, figure out what are keywords that, you know, are worth ranking for, and then, you know, put them in here and use this guide that Rank Math provides to write our content in the best manner. So it tells you it's using it in the SEO title, right? Because the name of the company is in there. It's also in the description, so good for that. Good focus keyword appears in the first 10% of the content, right? So if you open the website and right at the beginning of the content, it's there. The content is 864 characters long. That's good. And the focus keyword is also in the content. We have the focus keyword found in subheadings, in image alt attributes. Keyword density is not too high, not too low. We don't really have internal links because we don't have other pages on this website. You haven't used this keyword before. We're not using this feature that Rank Math is promoting. Title readability, focus keyword doesn't appear at the beginning of the SEO title. Yeah. And you are using short paragraphs. Your content contains images and or videos, so everything's good. Now, if you want to be really, really diligent about SEO, the next thing you would need to do is go to the image library, media library, and you want to make sure that all images, all 46 of them, oh, that's the doorbell, going to be back. And I'm back. So what you want to do is here, you want to give all these images alt text and titles, right? And the alt texts are going to be read by screen reader software. So if a blind person comes to your website, they're going to want to know what's on an image, right? So you got to describe it here. So you would just say MyxoTech logo, right? And then the title, you just do the same, MyxoTech logo, right? And then, you know, like you just call this fruiting buddy. And then you call the title, come on, fruiting body. And then you do a pipe, MyxoTech. That way you have the MyxoTech keyword, which is a relevant keyword for your website, in the title, but you don't have it in the alternate text because, again, a blind person doesn't want to hear the words MyxoTech, fruiting body, MyxoTech read out to them, right? So that's the distinction here. And you need to do this for all 46 of these images. For now, again, we're not really doing SEO for this website, so these images are fine. You know, even I, being a perfectionist, there's points where I decide I'm going to cut corners. And, you know, if we want to do SEO, if at a future point the clients desire this, then I can go in there and do that work. And it would be one of the first things I would do. Now, I think for today, let me just look at the progress thing here. By the way, email is fine. I spoke to them yesterday. Everything's going great, working. Except, well, Peter has some problems in sending emails to some people. I'm going to set it to caution, but he's coming by tomorrow night and we're going to look at it. Metadata is done. We've done our OpenGraph image. We've done the snippets, right? If I now go to Facebook debugger, where is it? Debugger, there. And I go Mixo. Not in a typing mood today. So it tells me it hasn't been fetched before. So I'm going to fetch new information. And now Facebook is going to read this and add it to its own cache. So that way we can see how it's going to look when it's being shared on Facebook. And that looks perfectly fine. This is exactly what we want. So good stuff there. Back here. Internal and external linking is, I'm going to mark this as okay. Again, I'm going to speak to Peter and see if there's any external links that he still wants. I'm going to take a note for that on my other screen. Just going to give him this as homework. He should read through the content and let me know if there's anything that should be linked. Google cookie banner and stuff like that we're going to do tomorrow. Housekeeping, it looks pretty fine already. I can definitely say this is ongoing, but you know, I'm going to still poke around the website a little bit, see if there's any trash left anywhere. GDPR privacy, we did that yesterday, and yes, it's fine. Actually, no, we didn't do the whole GDPR, but we did on-page SEO, rank math config, robots.txt, SEO on audit, no index. We're going to keep this as ongoing because we want to set, you know, remove that no index flag for the whole website later on. And poke search engines, or Google specifically, one round of quality assurance released to search engines. It's already, you know, there's another note here for that, but still. Handover, it's fine. Do we have? Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a great pleasure as always. You look wonderful, and I'm sure you're going to have a great day. Talk to you soon.